Justice for resource. Yes, I will see you through the smoking flames on the front.
The good man is something all men should strive to be. Yet, in my view, somehow we are finding ourselves in short supply of good men, and we are seeing more and more younger men, even up to the older men in some cases, adopting the bad boy persona. It's something that has been glamorized by the media. It's something that has been kicked down our teeth every day by the media, and I believe it to be one of the biggest problems in our society today. Sure, there are plenty of good men, however, he gets a lot of flack because he's depicted as boring and buttoned down. Our culture does want good men, but purely for gynocentric exploitation. The traditionalists believe a good man must start a family in order to be a good man. If he's a single bachelor, he's shamed into oblivion. Big surprise there. However, judging a man by whether or not he has a family is a piss-poor example of placing criteria on what a good man should be. It can be a subjective term depending on how you view it. Having said that, there are plenty of traits which distinguish good men from bad boys. Women claim to want good men, yet for some reason, they always leave the good men for the bad boys. No need to mince words on how and why they do this. The bad boy doesn't necessarily have to be a thug or outlaw biker. In my view, it's more or less about context. Judging looks by themselves is meaningless and superficial. One should learn to look at the overall big picture. A bad boy could be well dressed, clean cut, and presentable, yet be a lowlife. The good man could be tattooed all over and have a rough exterior, yet has a heart of gold. The good man is someone who doesn't care about the validation of society. He's confident with who he is. He doesn't have an ego to inflate. He doesn't base his validation on how many women he's slept with. The bad boy is the total opposite. He's all about the validation of his peers. He wants to constantly seek out and impress everybody. He's a little boy with an ego the size of the sun. He bases his identity on how many women he's slept with. To him, that's what makes him a man. Deep down, he's an insecure little prick who believes that stepping on people is the way to get up in life. The good man is someone who understands and conceptualizes cause and effect. He understands the consequences of his actions, good, bad, and indifferent. He plans his moves before making them. He is of the mindset if there's something that might have negative consequences down the line, he won't pursue it. He's calculating and always thinks 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. He's always aware of his surroundings and uses his brain. He understands risk. He takes calculated risks and doesn't pursue foolish endeavors that could jeopardize him down the road. He understands the difference between a calculated risk and a fool's errand. The bad boy doesn't understand anything about these. He doesn't care about the consequences of his actions. He doesn't understand cause and effect for shit. He is of the mindset of you only live once. He lives day by day and doesn't have a plan for anything. He takes foolish risks and doesn't care who it affects. In his mind, it's all about him and what he can benefit from the situation. He's a prime example of a psychopathic lowlife that lives at the expense of others. Each word that he speaks is a lie. He's just a trapped little boy in a man's body, living out the memories of his high school days. The good man stays at the top of his game and handles his business. He visualizes where he wants to go in life and what he wants to do. He's well aware of his talents and how he can use them to his advantage. His primary focus is on his career and lifestyle. He has good hobbies and takes care of his health. He keeps his eye on the prize. The good man has his life together and is able to sustain and support himself. He has a means of meaningful and gainful employment. He makes a good living and has a steady income. He's organized and methodical. He enjoys the fruits of his labor. He has ambition, passion, focus, determination, and discipline. He has a good head on his shoulder, a moral compass, and is of noble character. The bad boy doesn't have anything. He's usually in and out of jail. He's got a quarter dozen baby mamas and is on the hook for a huge assortment of child support fees. The bad boy doesn't have any direction or discipline in his life. He constantly drifts from one couch to the next and doesn't have any plans for the future. He can't even hold down a job for probably longer than a couple of months. He's foul and pervasive. He doesn't take care of himself and lives off of others. In short, he's a total loser with little to no accomplishments than maybe knocking up a few hoes. The good man likes to blend in with the crowd and likes to stay out of trouble. He knows the importance of having a clean record and is able to generally avoid trouble with the law. His interactions with law enforcement tend to be few and far between in most cases. He treats his fellow human being with kindness and decency. He doesn't step on others as a way to climb up the corporate ladder or to get ahead in life, and people generally respect him. He's able to look himself in the mirror and smile because he knows who he is. He's a winner in his eyes. He doesn't take advantage of those less fortunate than he is. He's quiet, logical, and reserved. The bad boy is all about standing out with the crowd. He's frequently in trouble with the law and has a rap sheet a mile wide. He shits on other people and is always concerned with himself. He just wants to exist. He's selfish and unpleasant to be around. Nobody likes him, and few people actually help him out. He's always a jailbird, as I have said. In his mind, he thinks he's a winner and a badass. However, in the real world, he's a narcissist and a complete loser who thrives off chaos and pain. He's not someone the younger generation of boys should emulate. The good man is a problem solver, and when there's something that needs to be done, he gets up off his ass and takes care of whatever problem he needs to address. So that way he can focus on the next important task. His methodical mind allows him to assess the problem and figure out the next course of action to take. He doesn't pursue anything self-destructive. He stays away from harmful substances like popping pills. If he has a problem, he will seek out help and with helpful encouragement overcome his addictions. The good man also accepts responsibility for his actions. He doesn't play the martyr. He understands the type of mentality is defeatist and holds him back. The bad boy does the exact opposite. He sits on his ass all day, usually living in filth, and likes to put things off until the last minute. He's usually an addict and doesn't seek out help to conquer his addictions. He doesn't have accountability for anything. He blames everything and everyone else around him. It's all your fault in his mind. If you find yourself exhibiting any of the traits that could resemble the bad boy, here's some tips that can help you if you want to evolve. Number 1, don't seek out validation from irrelevant people, i.e. women and cucks. Do what you can to have your own identity and self-validation. Number 2, avoid destructive behaviors that could put you or your livelihood at risk. If you do identify the problem, have a plan and pursue overcoming it. If you have problems with saving money, cut down on unnecessary expenses and learn to be frugal. Life isn't all about who has the latest Porsche or iPhone. You won't get to take these things with you when you die. Download lessons or watch videos on proper investing and money management. If you have bad health or wish to improve, hit the gym, eat better, and quit unhealthy habits. Number 5, if you have trouble with taking accountability, learn to identify it and teach yourself to have accountability. 6, if you find yourself to be arrogant and prideful, learn humility and how to achieve it. Number 7, if you find yourself hanging around a bad crowd, find new friends. Find someone who shares your values and morals. When I give these tips, it's to help you along your journey to better yourself and have your own empowerment. These tips are mostly for men who may be struggling with any problems and might need help overcoming them. Apply these and you too can be empowered. I give you the tools. It's ultimately up to you if you use them. If you do like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, don't forget to leave a donation to my Patreon for more content like this. Links will be in the description below. Thank you.